Welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith. I was editing the first section of the video on the drill press, and I realized that I didn't actually show you how slow this drill press can actually get down to, and the torque you can imagine it'll be in at this slow speed. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to drop this down first here to the low speed here. We'll pop it all the way over there, and okay, the belts are on the low speed now. Now, the drive-all gearbox has been in high range the whole time that we've been doing the videos. Now, if we bring this over to center, pull this out, and roll it forward to us, that actually puts it in first gear of this gearbox. There's only 4 in there, but that puts us in first gear. Alright, now we got the box is in the lowest speed. This belt is in the lowest speed. So right there, there's 16 combinations that we can have. Alright, now there's one more gear that we can switch, and that's the back gear up at the top that breaks it through another change of gears, and it slows down the spindle even more. So then that would bring it to a 32 speed drill press. And we'll get this shifted over. And now we're going to use the new one here because we want to figure out how many this is real fast, alright? This should probably be a merry-go-round ride. I don't even know if this will really register here. It's going to have some fun here anyway. We may actually have to use the other one and kind of subtract the hours. It took, that was the second time it came around and registered here, and we're coming up, it's barely reading. I think it wanted to go like 12 or so, so we actually, we are going to have to take Mr. Starrett and give it a, give it a attempt. It's actually so slow that you, I wonder what the minimum really is on that digital. Alright, let's go in closer. Alright, we're coming up here. Five, 4, 3, 2. Alright, engage. Actually did pretty good on the laces on this thing. At this slow speed, you can't hear those laces click at all. 30 seconds went by already. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. And what do we have here? We have almost 5. Almost 5 RPMs. That's how slow this machine can get down to. Okay, now you can see that we actually have this lace or this belt in here, and I think we ran it both directions. This is the lacing here, and everything's all loose here. Now we put it, I think, the smooth side down, or we've been running it smooth side down, and actually the grip side is the gut side of the leather. And after we take a section out of this, we're going to go ahead and flip it the other direction, and we're going to run it in the other direction there. We were just totally out of full travel on our drop on this, so it's a good candidate to go ahead and show you cutting the end off and putting a new section of lacing on there. And this was using the plastic coated steel pin, and that's what we'll be putting back into it. We have the same kit for this. Yeah, so we've never run it on the gut side. We've only ran it on the smooth side there. The smooth side, it'll have it has a pretty good grip. We've never had a loss of grip, but the the general rule is the gut side, I believe, has more gripping power than the smooth side. Now we're doing this just like that, a couple of swipes. You don't, a real nice sharp blade really gets a nice cut. Now we're taking, that's about 3/8 of an inch, maybe 400 thousandths, that we're going to take off of each side. We know that this was quite extreme, and these lacings also, I don't know how long I've run this thing, maybe 4 or 5 years, and they've taken a curve. So let's go ahead and we're gonna rejuvenate everything. What we got, I have a piece of leather. Let's go ahead and make a new one if I have to, and I know it was extremely stretched out, so we should be able to take out, I mean, this is going to be almost 3/4 of an inch on the overall length, but it's only going to be 3/8 of an inch of straight travel, and I'm sure that adjustment can make that. All right, and this gives us 2 ends to go ahead and play with our lacing machine, our lacing tool. All right, now we got that mounted, and we can really work it good here in the drill press now. And let's see if I can raise this head up just a little bit more. There we go, a little bit out of our way. All right, we're good to go. The lighting is not really good in here, but and this face angles down a little bit, so I'd have to hold it up in here. But this is a clipper belt lacer, and patent date December 26, 1911, and Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. Clipper belt lacing company. Alright, pretty cool. I actually never read that label right there, but I was kind of looking for it. And I don't know what this little clip is right here, unless it was to hold your bitter end until you got ready to put it in. And there's a screw here that it obviously did something. This palm is still nice and smooth right here. That does the push on the lace itself. Alright, I wanted to give you a shot back there to actually show you the handle. I got this in the vise, how big this thing actually is. And these are wooden handles that swivel. They're, you know, this thing was really made nice. It has a ratchet in the palm. I'll show you the close-ups on that. Basically what it is you come down and you're able to pull it down. Then you give leverage this way. And then once you've used that stroke up, you can pull it down, more stroke, pull it down, and you get to ratchet it all the way till it's done. And then lift it up and pull your pin. Alright, and that's still, I've never changed that, that's original. This was given to me by one of my mentors, and Bigwood was his name, and I cherish the thing very, very much, and it's another tool that I get to remember a very special person in my life. Alright, let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and cut 2 sections of clipper lacing. Alright, we got our regular printed out literature here, and we're in a toss-up here. Actually, we have 2 sizes of clipper lacing, and one is 3 and one is 4, and the numbers kind of correspond. Number 3 is 3/16 at 7/32, and number 4 is 7/32 a quarter. And we're a little bit on the low side there, so we're going to run the 3. We're closer to being 3/16 of an inch than we are the quarter. So we're going to go ahead and run a number 3 clipper lacing on that, and that's the one we have in the box here. This is our number 4, and I don't know, it says 93 thousandths on the pin material there. The old pin measures out at 95. Alright, so, and very little wear on there, but we'll go ahead and we'll open up this box here. We're going to take a look at what we have for in the box here for number 3. There's a strip of lacing, so we can cut the strip out of there. And here is one of the blue pins, plastic coated pin, and it measures 95 thousandths. So we're going to go ahead and we can cut a brand new one out of here, and we're going to use that lacing right there. Alright, so we can go ahead and we can put this out of our way for right now. And we can go ahead and we can put this completely away. We're also done with our alligator. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to figure out what we want for lacing here, and it looks like right there. So we can go ahead and we can get our scissors and we'll cut through the paper right there. Actually, we don't need the scissors. We have our X-Acto knife. Alright, so there's one set. And of course our other one is less, so we're going to need a smaller one, smaller set. Alright, and then they should intertwine with each other here, just like that. Alright. And we can kind of put our two belts together, because we really kind of want to look at how that was made up. And I really don't like to get a staple real close to the edge. I'd rather have one less staple than I actually think should fit there to kind of plan that out. But if you go equal and you have one more than the other one does, you can pretty well center each one of them up in your belt and you'll be pretty well straight line. At least my experience doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to insert this into the middle here and sort of center it. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and put my pin through here. Alright, and it should seat every one of those, and it does. Alright, now I can go ahead and pull the outside paper off of here. And can I pull that paper? I can pull that paper. Alright. Because that paper right there is holding the spread. See how it holds them nice and even? Staggers them? Let me bring you in close to that. Okay, this was the other paper that was in here. Okay, and it kind of went between the rows like that. I pulled that out of here. Okay, the pin is holding the teeth, and these two papers here that I ripped that outside edge off kind of hold them all side to side. Now I can put this down in here, and I want to make sure that this is equal on here. Okay, and it has a set of teeth right here that you can hold down, and it holds keeps the pressure in there on them. And we really want to make sure that we really hit those two on the outside real equal. We want them to be equal. Alright, now I'm pulling it down forward. Okay, now side push. And then as I come up, I pull forward. So you don't loosen it. she's home. Alright, now you pull the pin, and then you can pull your paper off of here. Pretty nifty. It is, you know, I mean, when you got the right tool to really get it in there, and I like my spacing. I'm barely there. I'm not, you know, barely even pooching it out on the side. So that's it. That's what I feel is a good. Okay, I'm pull it out. I'm gonna have to back off the camera a little bit sooner there, just because. You can hear me talking, and I'm just pulling some of this paper off of here now. So I don't remember getting stuck in there like that, or maybe I don't know. But regardless, you know, I could probably even leave that right there. It doesn't matter. The lacing's in there pretty good. It definitely does pinch it down there. Okay, nice and smooth. I like that. Okay, now that was to duplicate that end. And we did a nice job. Alright, now let's endo it. And of course, we're going to play this as a top. Let's get our next one in here. Okay, pushing it down in there. Get our pin down through here. Alright, pin's all the way in there. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to rip that paper off. And we're going to pull that one out. And we're going to put this one in here like this. And we're centering our teeth between that one and the outside edges. I like that. Okay, we pull down. Pull towards you as you ratchet. And she's home. Oh good, the wife grabbed it. Alright, now we go ahead and probably wouldn't even hurt to leave that paper alone and leave it in there. And in fact, I don't think we're going to clean it up any more than that. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take that end and this end. And our letters are pretty close to the same on the side. You know, if you take that length right there, that face is really nice. Now we could probably sand a little bit right there. I think our last swedge there probably squeezed it out. It's not that they're close. Alright. Actually, that pin looks so good. I don't think I'm going to bother cutting another one. You're a tightwad, huh? Okay. Alright, let's go put it in the machine. Okay, you talked us into it. Alright, there's a new pin. Let's actually trim that just a little bit shorter. Alright. Now let's drop our belt in here, and we're going to put this the rawhide side down. Okay, we got that now. Alright, and now we just got to come back up through here. And we got that side and this side. Pull the handle up. Alright, and we can put the pin in here. And the pin may be just a little bit long, which changed it out with the old one. And the old one's a little bit long too, so let's take 1/8 of an inch off of this. Okay, I like that. And nice. And we're in business. Let's see if I got enough adjustment to loosen it up. Slide it to the next one. Yep. Back down. All right. Well, that was way overdue. Thank you, Donald, for inspiring me to get that done. All right, I figured I went ahead and I cut 2 pieces of good belting off of there. One that just went like too fast, and I don't get to play with this. So what the heck? It's like, you know, this is in the name of education and just helping you guys out. So I figured giving you a side shot, and I'm going in putting the section of lacing in there. This is our wide one, same as we did the first one. And then this is the pin that slides through here and locks that all into place. And I give you a side shot here because I want you to see this is a giant ratchet, and it hits this corner right here, and that's what gives the lock as I pull forward. Okay, it locks in there. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and rip that center section of paper out of there and take that piece out of there and go ahead and stick. This is our fresh cut here. I know this one's straight. Alright, we're going to spread the difference on the leather to the lacing down in here, and we're going to pull forward, and you can see that ratcheting down. Alright, now I got some tension there, and these prongs right here used to be real razor sharp, and they somewhat are, but they help keep that leather really in place there. And you can see how it pushes down, and then as I lift, I pull forward, almost like fishing. You never want to give any slack line to the fish. And we lift this, and we're able to go all the way back. We pull out our pin, and our lacing comes out. Alright, now I'm not even going to bother pulling that paper out of there. I'm going to leave that right on there. I lied. Okay. Alright, let's put in the next one here. And put the pin back in. Alright, here's our straight cut. Rip our paper off of there. Push the little slide out. Alright, and equal and equal. It's really easy to look down at the leather in relationship to the zipper keepers down there, and you can really make sure that your leather is center to your zipper. All right, you can see, I mean, that's pretty equal, pretty well centered. There you go. All right, and I am going to leave the paper on there. There's no big deal on that. And I'm going to go grab that old piece of pin, and I'm going to put that in there and just keep this in the closet there as a sample of showing. And you can see this is the one that we removed off of the south bin, and this is the one end off of the drill press. Okay, here's a quick note here. Flat belt lacing, type that into your Google and you'll come up to a page like this. And you scroll on down here, and here is a little diagram. And this is a true hand lacing diagram. And that's how lacing actually started. And it was hand laced with different materials, cord or your catgut and things like that. So there's just a quick view, and there's a lot of other subjects as well. Here it is. You come down here to the encyclopedia, and it gives you a lot of diagrams. Here you can see there's overhead unit there. Here's a twist in the belt, it gives you a different direction here, and this is a threshing machine type of thing. This right here, line shafting, click on the line shafting, and it brings you into, here's a plant, did wool spinning and stuff like that. And they give you different diagrams. Search around in there, feel free, just kind of heads up, and a lot of information on the flat belts there. All right. Well, that ought to at least add to a little bit of some of the good stuff that Mr. Pete put on his site on lacing, and kind of added and maybe helped out Donald on his sibling and putting it together. And by the way, Donald, if, whether you're going leather or the transmission belting, you know, I mean, they nail you pretty big for full packages of lacing, and I have more than enough. Ideally, if you stay between 3/16 and 7/32 on the transmission belting, I've got what exactly works for that size there. And you just saw me put it together, and you can hammer it or you can squeeze it in your vise and hammer it. It's really the way to go. If somebody local doesn't have it, I will put a mount in the mail and send it to you. I'm not worried about it. It's no sweat on my part. Also, I do have number 3 and number 4 clipper lacing, and I can send you some of that if you got a way of crimping it. All right, that was fun, and I got to work off a little bit of that Thanksgiving dinner. I hope every one of you had a happy Thanksgiving, and those that don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you just had a great day. Get her done. Hey, how about those desserts at Thanksgiving time, all right? Annie Ray, Vanessa's aunt, 84, 85 years old, she brings over every year the Better Than Sex cake. Well, I told her she ought to rename that to the Sure Thing, because you surely aren't going anywhere till you get some of that thing.